that trigger make you feel powerful. Power don't come from a badge or a gun. Power comes from lying. Lying big and getting the whole damn world to play along with you. Once you got everybody agreeing with what they know in their hearts ain't true, you got them by the balls. I could pump you full of bullets right now, and I wouldn't even be arrested. Everyone would lie for me, everyone who counts. It's been an election year, you've seen plenty of my picture. You know who I am and what I can do. I'm doing you, Hardigan. Cold and hard, I'm doing you.
Sometimes the truth doesn't matter like it ought. But you'll always remember things, right? That's gonna mean a lot to me.
I gotta give you credit. Being such a straight arrow for so damn many years without it catching up with you. It's catching up with you now, friend of mine. It's catching up with you, but good. He's hale and hearty, Ted.
Fluoride doesn't prevent tooth decay. It does render teeth detectable by spy satellite. The plastic tips at the ends of shoelaces are called aglets. Their true purpose is sinister. There was a magic bullet. It was forged by Illuminati mystics to prevent us from learning the truth.
Original man is God even without the physical composition. Physical composition didn't make God. God made the physical composition. Because your body is still subject to the equality of the earth. That's a fact. So then the infinity is within the genetics and procreation. So that's why infinity is 8. He or her, he who was God, she was earth. We weren't planning to bring about the gods and earth. Teach them at birth. You know, so man and woman, through procreation, shall improve their equality and their infinity. 68. See, they showed it, and the mathematics show and prove, and so do the physical composition. Peace, divine understanding, born of law. Knowledge is wisdom. These mathematics, knowledge, equality, all being brought forth to God. That's straight mathematics there. So I just stayed in mathematics. It's easy to stay in just mathematics when it's 2 numbers, because now you can add on. But once it's just one number, then where do you go? You got to go somewhere, so you're supposed to go up the ladder or into the degrees. So if you start off today's mathematics, you know what I'm saying, then you would go from today's mathematics on to the alphabets, and from there on up. But actually, if you're talking about real mathematics, supreme mathematics, once you bring forth the manifestation of each degree, you automatically go into alphabets. Because, example, the example is when you're using the informal form of mathematics, which would be arithmetic, and on up into algebra, chemistry, whatever the case may be. 1 is 1. They even use alphabets in their definition of 1 because it's O-N-E. It's automatic. That's going right into alphabets. When you say O-N-E, you just went into alphabets. That's 1. Then when you on 1 itself as a numeral, then you're in mathematics. That's a fact. So now let's go to the next level. When you on 1 in supreme mathematics, the numeral, and you're writing them down, there's still 1. It's still 1. But when you manifest it, when I say 1 is knowledge, because 1 is knowledge, not just O-N-E, but also King, not cipher, wisdom, Lord, equality, divine, God, equality. I just went into math. I just went into alphabets right then and there. You can't be in mathematics and not go into alphabets as soon as the manifestation is made manifest. As soon as you wisdom, that knowledge, it automatically goes into alphabets because you're wisdoming. Wisdom is alphabet. It's only going to stay mathematics if you keep it in knowledge form inside of your head. And even then, when you speak, you're going to speak in your brain in alphabets. You can't get past not speaking in alphabets. Now, let's look at the technique. Now, since it's knowledge equality, I'm going to just deal with knowledge, right? Well, you could deal with God, but you could go knowledge equality, born's God. So now you would be able to deal with the knowledge, the equality, the knowledge and the equality together as one, and God. Those would be the degrees that you would mostly be dealing with, unless you're going to go into the next level. So when you start off in your mathematics, and alphabets automatically just comes in on its own. It's like knowledge and wisdom is kind of on the same manifestation together, like the proton and the neutron. They're basically together all the time. Then you see the understanding, which would be the electron rotating around the proton and the neutron. But the proton and the neutron is like a man and a woman. They'll be together for years before they had a child sometime. So before the electron was made manifest, that proton and neutron was together. You feel me? But when we look at the supreme mathematics, right, and we say, I'm looking at supreme mathematics and I'm doing the knowledge. So as soon as I see I'm doing the knowledge, I go right into alphabets, because knowledge is king, now cipher, wisdom, Lord, equality, divine, God, equality. Now each letter in the alphabet has a number to it, attached to it. It goes together. That's how I know the knowledge, wisdom degree in alphabets is love, hell, right, or Lord. It is what it is. The mathematics and the alphabets are uniquely one, but they're also their own self, because you can have mathematics without alphabets, but you can't have alphabets without mathematics. It's impossible. Each letter in the alphabet has a number. In higher esoteric teachings, they say a vibration, and the number represents the vibration, with that vibration given off by that particular consonant or vowel. Even in ancient languages, each letter was a number. Most of the time, they had the same symbol for both. So when they were just doing their mathematics, they would have the same symbols from 1 through, and they would use those in unison, as if the first certain numbers were automatically known to be part of the beginning of the alphabet. Because once you would hit 10, you're still only using those same numbers. So now, in mathematics, does not mathematics itself in reality move like this? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It also moves like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It also moves like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. It just depends on what we're doing with the mathematics. What the equation is going to be, what the sum, and what are we adding up? Or what are we calculating? Because we may not be adding. We might be dealing with multiplication. Might be division, might be fractions. But that's all the basics of arithmetic, mathematics. So that same principle applies to the lesson of supreme mathematics, because the equations are the same. It's just that we go into another level because we use alphabets with it. The uniqueness of our mathematics and alphabets as versus the Europeans' teaching of alphabets and mathematics is the words that we have to show you the definition to each letter and number, or number and letter. That's what made us wake up versus being asleep. We know the position that they all have, and based on the manifestation that was made manifest by the Father, he showed and proved that the wisdom is in back of the knowledge in a mathematical way. And other than that, they were just numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we was on the number line, we put the 0 in the middle. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 positive, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 negative. Just like if you have a form, after you do the form, then they show you what the form is used on the physical composition. So now we have the formula. Let me show you what it's used for. Because in the degree where it's talking about Yaku and 720 degrees in the wrong direction, that's how they got there on the number line. They took the 0, they put it in the middle, and he went 360 degrees to the negative, which made him 720 degrees away from 360 degrees. Alright? I know you've seen that plus degree. That's a real hot degree on Yaku. When he was looking for those 6 extra degrees. The true and living know what I'm talking about. When he was looking for those 6 extra degrees, that's my word is bond. And he went 720 degrees in the wrong direction. You know, but the first 360 was already because he was at 0. That was the first 360, was the positive 360. And then the negative 360 because he went 360 degrees in the wrong direction. That's what gave him 720. Because completion of a circle is 360 degrees. How would you know simple things like knowledge and power? Right? If I do the knowledge of the power and brings about equality, that's mathematics. As soon as I say knowledge, power, and that cipher, and I take it to cipher, I just went into alphabets. But as soon as I said knowledge, power, those are words. I would have to write down knowledge, power for it to stay in just mathematics. It automatically merges. As soon as I said knowledge, power, I just use words. Words are alphabets. Words come from alphabets. And we even have words in our mathematics. But that's like the name of that particular numeral. That particular symbol that we use to represent a numeral is how you would end up staying in mathematics. Once you verbalize the manifestation, it automatically becomes, it takes on the attribute, of the alphabets. That's a fact. So now we're going to go into long arithmetic and short arithmetic. Now, nowhere in arithmetic in school for the babies while they're in grade school from first grade to power do they shorten the lesson. They want them to get the whole understanding of adding, subtraction, division, decimals, fractions, number line, etc., etc. All those basics you get in arithmetic. Now, when you go into numerology, then you get to add the number together when it's on side. So if I say knowledge, wisdom, if I say knowledge, wisdom in numerology, then they would automatically also know to break it down to understanding. That's numerology. Unless you're going to say knowledge plus wisdom. Because it could be knowledge minus wisdom. Knowledge minus wisdom give you knowledge. That's not a fact? Yes, that's a fact. So knowledge and equality, or knowledge minus equality, will give you power. It's still going to add up right and exact. It's going to give you power. So if you take some knowledge from the equality, you have power. That's how you manifest it. And see how it's mathematically right and exact? So now, if I say King, Now, Cycle, Wisdom, Lord, Equality, Divine, God, Equality, and then I say Equality, Queen, Universal, Asiatic, Lord, I choose Y. Now I took it down to each individual symbol that represents a sound or a letter in the alphabet. Supreme alphabet. So if I break it down and I go into each degree, I could say power, cipher, wisdom, equality, rule, or rule, equality, father, I, now, equality, master, equality, now, truth. So now we've established that, we go to the next exercise. The next exercise is the actual manifestation of those alphabets. Is it right and exact to take it long mathematics or long add-on? Long arithmetic. Should we do it in long arithmetic or numerology arithmetic? This is numerology arithmetic. It says King, not cycle, wisdom, Lord, equality, divine God, equality, born equality. But each letter of the alphabet is a mathematical equation. So now you can either look at those double numbers and add them up together on the spot or go across. In other words, King is knowledge, knowledge. So instead of saying knowledge, knowledge, and then going now is knowledge in the culture. The power. The power is knowledge and power. You feel me? The wisdom is wisdom, understanding. The Lord is knowledge and wisdom. Equality is power, and divine is the culture, and God is God, which is 7, and E is power. Right? So now you can either say we're going to look at knowledge, since that's 2 numbers, and we're going to add that up right on the spot. We're going to add it up right there. That's numerology. They add it up and it comes out to be a 2. They add up the knowledge and the culture and that come out to be power. And they knowledge, power, that come out to be equality, wisdom, understanding, that come out to be power. Knowledge and wisdom, that come out to be understanding. Then they just go with the power, the culture, the God, and the power. Then they add that up and come out with equality. Okay, that's how you do it. You want to do your shit like numerology, that's on you. I'm doing my shit like mathematics, I got it. And then mathematics, we would go like this. King, not cipher, wisdom, Lord, equality, divine God, equality. We added across 11, 14, 15, 23, because that is exactly what the numbers vibration is. That is the equation that is manifested next to it. It's not 2. 2 is not standing next to K. 2 is standing next to fucking B. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. And I ain't drunk, high, or nothing. I ain't artificially stimulated. I'm speaking this mathematics early in the motherfucking morning. You feel me? Early in the morning. So now when you take it through that King, not cycle, wisdom, Lord, equality, divine God, equality, that actually in mathematics that we learn in school, since we're going to keep it simple for the babies, the babies learn long arithmetic. If the teacher gives them if the teacher gives them these numbers, add these numbers up, Ramel, 11, 14, 15, 23, 12, 5, 4, 7, E. That's King, not cycle, wisdom, Lord, equality, divine God, equality. Pardon me, not E, it should have been 5. All right. When the teacher gives you that, if you start going across and adding it up, well, 11 should be 2, 14 should be 5, 15 should be 6, 23 is 5, and L will be 12, that'll be 3. Then you take the other numbers that are one numbers or whole numbers that are prime numbers, and you go 5, 4, 7, and 5, and you take those and you add that up and you get a 6. And everybody else is going to get 96 in that classroom. That is a fact. So that's the same way I see the whole mathematical equation. Now, I've heard both sides. I've seen people come up with 6. Okay, whatever. You born in it that way. I ain't hating. Do you? The only hating I see is when we do it long arithmetic. When we go through and say 96, then 9 and 6 is 15, and 1 and 5 is 6. That's all being born to, or drawing it up, or born in. King our cycle, wisdom, Lord, equality, divine God, equality itself, spoken in that language, born equality. That's my word is born to the Father. And born equality borns knowledge power. And knowledge power borns equality. And that's a fact. Because I don't deal with numerology when I'm really dealing with my mathematics. I'm dealing with supreme mathematics, supreme alphabet. And when the god Gumar, when I first seen Gumar complete, Igard, Master Igard, Black Prince, Prince Love, Universal Prince Love, who else was there that day? The other Divine from Starret. His father was the diplomat, African Divine. That's who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Born King was there too. Who else was there? My man who used to hang with, it was another cat that used to run with you, Prince Love too. I think he just came home. He used to run with him too. And it was him and the brother that was the electrician. He used to run with him too. He think he moved to Long Island or something. They know who I'm talking about. This that same Nubia, City of Gold, Starret, Flatlands, Pennsylvania. That's that group. All right, now we at that park right there on Pennsylvania Avenue. We at that park, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Black Prince, right? And what happens is someone in the nation who is way up on the scale. I don't know who it is. One of the 9 born, or one of the 14 born in Medina, 13 born in Medina. One of the and some of the 9 born, or 1 or 2 of the 9 born from Mecca was there. And they must have been speaking, and someone was speaking, or a few people were talking while they were talking. And that's when the guard stood up. And he was a big guard too. I mean, extra big. Big like Atomic. He was big like him. Y'all know Atomic out there in Queens. Right, and he returned to the essence, if I ain't mistaken. Atomic returned, but he was Diesel like Atomic. And he said, "Through the knowledge to this wisdom, myself, divine cipher master." And you could hear a pin drop. And that's when I asked Igard if he would show me how to do that. And that's when he showed me the formula of what he was doing, because I didn't know what he had done. Like, how did he do that? What did he do? How did he come up with that flow like that? And that's what he did. He said, quote, "do the knowledge." And then instead of just saying, "do the knowledge of my wisdom," he broke down each manifestation of the word and spelt it out as what he's actually doing. He's spelling it out. And he said, "Wisdom, myself, divine cipher master." But that flow is, I was like, oh, I gotta learn how to do that.